Welcome to Collide, where we collide on everything known to man. We collide on everything when it comes to Marvel and DC. We do the thing. We do the thing out here. Um, who's here with me? One of my panelists and my producer, Sky. Sky, you in the building? And we also have Pat. Pat, you in the building?
Yo, yo.
Today is gonna be an awesome day. Today we're coming back and forth talking about Wonder Man. Wonder Man will be debuting on Tuesday. Then we also got new scoop on Supergirl with Lobo. We also got some new news on Batman. And also we also got more Marvel news. So what we're gonna start off with is Wonder Man. Wonder Man got his first debut and first review on the market. We got a couple of uh editors talking about Wonder Man. I'ma also post that over here on the top so you guys can read along or follow along. Um, first,
Think
first,
about Wonder Man.
huh? Repeat that.
What you think? I said, what you think about Wonder Man? What's your thoughts on it?
I I haven't seen it yet. I'm waiting till Tuesday, but
No, I'm talking about
I
just the
like the
character and overall.
I like the for far as this is my first time being introduced into Wonder Man. This is why I like about Marvel trying something new, trying different characters, where some Marvel fans hate the fact that you're bringing new characters, where I'm okay with it by bringing new characters, bringing new elements into Marvel Studio. You know,
Facts.
there's a lot of different characters when it comes to Marvel that never came into fruition
Yeah,
until now of 2025. Like
fact.
la last couple of years going back, we only had yeah, we had Daredevil, we had Jessica Jones, we had Ironheart. I mean Iron
Luke
Fist,
Cage,
Iron Fist. We had Iron Fist. We had a lot of different
Man of
X-Men.
Steel, fucking, yeah,
We have a lot of different X-Men. We had I would say two different. I would say maybe if I can recall three different Punishers. But my first my best of all time Punisher when it comes to film is the last one. The last one he was straight raw Punisher. Um, then we had then they tried Hellstrom. Hellstrom was weird, but nobody didn't like it. We had Runaways. We had Cloak and Dagger. Those shows was very awesome in its own form. At those times, Marvel was just sticking with Iron Man and the Avengers and Hulk and Spider Man. They wasn't trying new characters. So when of when they was trying with Loki and trying with Agatha, and then seeing that there's an audience view, and then Sony tried to with Craven the Hunter, with Madam Web. They didn't do so well because Marvel didn't have their agenda, their push, their idea into it. But if Marvel had to say, we would have had a better Marvel. We wouldn't have had a better Madam Web, but we would have had a better okay Madam Web per se. But far as with Wonder Man, this is my first. um iteration in adapting to Wonder Man because knowing from Wonder Man of how they brung it up, looking at the origin, looking at the comic, he's been around for decades. He's known for uh the West the West Avengers, the from California and stuff like that. So he's known for that. He's also known for he's actually Vision. Um he they took elements from him, from becoming um um Vision when itself. He's he's known for he has a lot of power that no one knows about. He has different, iterations of his power. He's been he's been gone and come back and gone and come back from Wonder Man. So that's that's my understanding of Wonder Man, and I can't wait to see what portrayal Wonder Man will be because remember with Wonder Man, he has different costumes. So within those different costumes, there's different variants of Wonder Man, and that's my understanding with Wonder Man. How about you, Sky? What is your how you feel about Marvel bringing Wonder Man in this type of era, and why did you think that they bringing him now out of all all decades. They could have brung him out years ago or maybe decades ago. How you feel about that?
Well, the whole concept of Wonder Man, reading the background story because I'm not too familiar with Wonder Man. Also, because that's not in our era. That's before our era. So, going back and actually looking at like his powers and stuff like that, he's actually OP. So that's actually a good thing, but it's also a bad. It could also be a bad thing because even though he's powerful and he might play a lot of major parts. Because I've seen a lot of enemies that he had worked with, and they're villains to like main storyline superheroes. So because he's not just a hero, he's an anti-hero too. You know what I mean?
Facts.
Um, so no, I mean I think he's going to be a good iteration, but it depends on how they take it. Like I like the new iteration, like I mean the black guy, because you don't see too many black Marvel characters, so that's pretty cool that he's black. It's cool that he's OP. It's just we got a lot of like superheroes, so all depends on the storyline, the plot, what's going on, and how um they can get people to, you know, try to grab people towards knowing who Wonder Man is. Because a lot of, I'm pretty sure a lot of people don't know who Wonder Man is, unless you're a real superhero fanatic. You don't know who Wonder Man is. Like, you know what I'm saying? So, I mean, hopefully they do good, and then they got a good actor playing as Wonder Man. So I hope it transpires. It's the beginning of the new year. You feel me? So hopefully that'll be a hit for Marvel for the new year.
Facts. Facts. Um, from Rotten Tomatoes, there's about maybe one, two, three, four, five, six, seven people that had their review already, and one of them said Wonder Man is the best Marvel story in years. This is everything that made me love Marvel in the first place. That's from Jonathan Regan Free. That's from one person. Then the second person, huh?
No, that's a good comment because see, but that's what I'm saying. Like he probably knows about Wonder Man. You feel me? So he like, yo, this might be one of those good stories because it look like it has a good story, but it's also look like it's kind of confusing at the same time too. So, that's
Hmm.
that's actually a good comment.
No, these are people that actually saw it. Like the review embargo.
Oh, that's even
The
better.
review embargo lifted because
Mm.
they lifted it last week. So I'm glad that, last Sunday we talked about it a little bit, then I hold off on talking more about Wonder Man. I just,
But
was glad enough to feel like the embargo lifted. And this is another person that said that Wonder Man stands apart from the rest of the MCU as a warm and witty buddy buddy comedy, a low key gem that's up there with the MCU best work. This is William Simon from Games Radar. So Games Radar, they are known for their their editor's choice, pretty much. Like when it comes to editor's choice, Game Radar is like the know it all when it comes to review games. So that's a good thing that Games Radar said something. This is the first time I ever seen something like that. And then this is from comicbookmovies.com. The Wonder Man is a bounce for the ages, and introspective MCU journey unlike anything we've experienced before, and one that's well worth your time. This is from comic comicbookmovie.com. Like and then you have Wonder Man. Wonder Man is a beneath of a fresh air and exactly the unique content that Marvel Television should continue to produce on its TV side. This is from the Lamps Light Review.
That's a bold state. Those are bold statements right there, boy.
Yeah,
Like they didn't say that you knew what the fuck. Like once he said, "Yo, it's not gonna be a waste of your time." When you say that, now it's like, all right, now I gotta watch it because you're saying that it's not gonna be a waste of time. So
yeah.
those are bold statements, man.
And then this one is another one. This is from Rachel Leisman. He said this one just feels like a breath of fresh air for the Marvel Cinematic Universe and is well worth the watch. That's that's another person that says well worth the watch. And then this is another one from M.N. Miller from Geek Vibe Nation. Wanda Man proves that the most powerful Marvel story aren't about saving the world, but about learning how to live in it. Crazy, crazy take, but I'm hearing you. Um, and then this one is from BJ B. I'll just say BJ. I don't want to say his last name wrong. From Slush Film, more intimate story like Wonder Man are what gives me genuine hope for the future of Marvel. So that's and then there's more. There's more. There is more. This one is from like a question. How does it compare to other Marvel shows? This is from Empire Magazine. It's one of the best shows in MCU to date. And then same thing with comicbookmovie.com. It's it's the most original MCU TV series since WandaVision. This is this is crazy now. And then this is another one from IGN Movies. This is from IGN's movie.
Again,
It
that's
says one
crazy.
it says Wonder Man shares an awful a lot lot in comic with 24's Echo. Like that show, it's a smaller character driven series. And then same thing again from Games Radar from the same guy. Other Marvel show have played with their format before, of course, but they have always reflectively snapped back into the shape of just another superhero series. By the end of their run, Wonder Man though is a genuinely different. So they're saying that it's different, and then from Games Radar again, other Marvel shows have played with their format before, of course, but they have always. Oh, I read this one. This one is from TV Guide. Even when the plot clicks fully into gear, the show doesn't lose its personality. Effects heavy final that some of the MCU's quirkier TV. So when it comes to these different takes from these reviews, interesting interesting take. Interesting take when it comes to these reviews that um these different questions that unlifted them made it even sound like, yo, this is a show that needs to be watched.
Did you see any negative reviews though? Like, did you see any things that was like a little bit more like like down to earth, transparent? Like, did you see anything like did you see anybody that looked like they wasn't satisfied, or does all the comments sound like that?
Well, to answer your question, I'm scrolling through the writing, the editor's review. It says here the question they ask is, how is the writing, right? So this question pertains to you when it comes to how is the writing.
Mm.
Style delivers an emotionally moving, powerful story that seamlessly pays off its gags, and perhaps most important, makes you care. That's from the other person, and then this the other person from Lamplight Review said that the series is uh, wickedly self-aware while also having something to say. And then Geek Vibe Nation says, what makes Wonder Man so clever and heartfelt is its ability to give comic book characters real human feelings and emotions in situations. That's from Geek Vibe Nation. And then comicbookmovies.com says the series is cared almost entirely by its two leads, by they elevated by sharp writing. And then our also favorite review website that we go to sometimes is Disgusting Film. They say Wonder Man wants to come across as sharp and witty, but by playing everything as surface level, it actually exposed itself as quite out of touch and corporate. Hopefully, out of those five statements, it answers your question when it comes to writing.
Yeah, it does. It makes it like now it's like anticipated because it's like, all right, well, you said one division and that was really good, so that
Hmm.
means that this one is going to be either on that level or higher. So that's how I feel about it.
And then maybe this would funny your elbow. This is another one. It says this is another question. Does it have enough action? These are some of them from comic book movie. There's like two from comic book movie and Empire magazine, so this might be a good take. This one says, from comic book movie, while the series has been billed as a superhero show, viewers should proceed with tempered expectations. If there are anticipating large scale action, so we should be tempered when it comes to expectation of high quality action when it comes to it. And then another person from Collider said Wonder Man has one eye, one fight scene, and not only is that fight brought to life by Cretin's expert eye for action, but the lack of big stunts never even registered because of the how compelling these characters and their stories are. That's from Collider. And then from Screen Anarchy, it it remains resolutely average in the action sequence. And then from Empire magazine says the one time that Simon does flex his power in a fight, it actually feels a little out of place. Whoa, that's from Empire magazine now. So the action scene might be a little out of place, but it's up to us to see that within that because we when it comes to the writing and the artistry, we have a nick for that. I'm not saying that Empire magazine, this person that wrote it up, don't have that per se, and everybody have their own opinion, but the audience might have a difference of opinion when it comes to the action scene, and maybe they might say the same thing that Empire magazine might say. But you was about to say something,
Let
Sky?
me, yeah, let me tell you what I heard when I heard all those comments that you just said. I like the second one because he kept it kind of real. He said, "Yo, it's like only like one fighting scene, but so I feel like they're gonna spend most of it trying to explain who he is. So that's why you don't have too many fighting scenes. But it sounds like the fighting scenes are gonna be like it's gonna be worth the fighting scenes, even though it's not a lot of fighting scenes. You feel what I'm saying?
Hmm.
So I feel like the whole thing is gonna be like pretty much most of it is gonna be telling his story. That's what it sounds like. Because one of them said accurately like it was like one fighting scene or like or you get two fighting scenes or something out of this whole thing. So unless like he was just saying what he was saying, but it sounds like
Hmm.
it's gonna be mostly more a story more story oriented. You know what I'm saying?
Well,
Like not every superhero movie has to have every single scene fighting. You feel me? So I mean they just letting people know, yo, be tempered because this is not what you like. This is not gonna be a superhero like you see niggas kicking ass all the time. It's more like yo, it's gonna be a lot of talking and understanding the character.
true. Like the Edero from Rotten Tomatoes, like they have a whole article of different questions that they ask about five different um .com people that really reviews movies, and they have like different questions. I'm surfing through to see what we probably could could want to see instead of all these different types of iterations of questions that makes us not review the series well. But I took one of the questions that's here that says, "Are there any complaints?" Far as for the viewer, like when it comes to that, there's three statements from that. Um, they said from Comic Book Movie, if the series has any weak points, it's the decision to gloss over where the title character power came from. Second person from Geek Vibe Mason. More story might have been dedicated to Simon's backstory, like you said, Sky. That's a small quittable. Oh wow, quittable. That's what Geek Vibe Nation says. And then from loopers.com says perhaps because of the of the need to adjust expectations, the first couple of episodes of Wonder Man feels like a little slow. So that's only three complaints. Um, three people decided to answer that question. Other than
Yeah,
that,
I feel like I feel like those are really accurate from what I was saying. Like, nah, I mean, they're gonna be, you know why? Because he's a superhero that nobody. You feel me? So you're gonna be spending a good amount of episodes just trying to explain who he is. You feel what I'm saying? So that's those was accurate. I understand. Like, and then the other comments was accurate too because they said because they basically said that from the other comments. So these comments, these negative comments, not even negative. They're just saying, "Yo, this shit gonna be a little slow." You feel me? So, and that's what I wanted to hear. I wanted to hear, more trend, more realistic. Yeah, it's great, it's great,
reviews.
it's great. But, yo, let me know what the ups and downs is to this.
And then the last
Where
question
does this take place? Where does this take place though? Where does he take place at? New
in
York?
Hollywood. So it'll be in California.
Ah, mm, I don't know, man. Just the scenery alone sound crazy. It's not
And
like
then continue.
like I mean, it's not like you know. What I mean, you know how like they have like all right, so like you know how Ironheart was in Chicago, and then you had the other one like you had what was and then you had like Luke Cage and Harlem. Like I feel like they try to make it like revolve around that. You feel what I'm saying? Like revolve around like
Then
harsh
Cloak and
environments.
Dagger. Cloak and Dagger was in California. Runaways was in California. No,
Yeah, I, I mean shit, probably, but I'm saying like the
New
environment. I'm
Orleans.
talking about like the
My bad.
environment.
My bad. New
Oh,
Orleans.
see that
New
freedom? Yeah,
Orleans.
those are all
Uh,
harsh environments.
20
You feel what I'm saying?
Runaways was California, right? Yeah, Runaways was in California.
Yeah, those are all harsh environments. You know what I mean? Like so like I just wanted to know because I didn't know what the scenery was, but that all right. So I understand what type of movie they're gonna do. You got a black guy. He probably live in California, or one like probably live in like a hood part of California, or they
Hmm.
pretty much gonna make him the local superhero off of that.
And then this one, I this last question I took from them was, will it leave us wanting more of Wonder Man? Two people answered this question. They said, I left this series hoping that this was far from the last time we see Simon. And then the second, this is from Mary Sue Rachel Leshman. Hope I say your name right. I'm sorry if I didn't. If you come across my video, my live stream, I am so sorry. Um, the Mary Sue website, and then another one from Rotis. I do wish it were longer. Everybody wish it was longer, and I do hope we see Simon sooner rather than later. So that's the last question out of Rotten Tomatoes that I came across looking at the review embargo, as far as with Wonderman. The and then I saw Metacritic. The Metacritic hit a 75, bro. The Metacritic for Wonder Man is 75, bro.
So what that means? So what? Like his rating would be like what, a seven? They gave you like a seven, like seven
Well,
point five.
uh,
You say
that's
75. That's what I'm thinking. That's what I'm
75
thinking.
is
Number.
is just Metacritic. That Metacritic and then IGN gave it a 6 out of 10, and then
Yeah, see, yeah. I see. The crazy part
six
is, I
out
was
of
gonna give it. I
ten.
was gonna give it a seven. I was gonna give it a seven. I was like, yo, until I watch it, I'll give it a higher rating. But just how it sounds, I give it a seven. So I understand.
Reading from reviews, Collider gave it a 90. It says here, whether you're a hardcore MCU fan or have never watched a superhero movie in your life, Wonder Man is the one of those rare experiences that appeals to both sides, and its marks a truly phenomenal start for Marvel ambitions of 2026 slate. That's Collider. TV Guide gave it a 83. Wonder Man remains its own thing from beginning to end, a hangout show in no hurry to move along. and all the better for it. 83 TV Guide, my guy. Screen Rant gave it an 80. It was like, while it will undoubtedly receive plenty of outrage from the so-called diehard fans who holds the comic books as the gospel, it will certainly connect with anyone willing to follow the MCU. And innovative and bold exploration as a lesser known character. Empire. Empire says,
Searching for content featuring that character. I found Space Jam.
I didn't call you.
Oops, my bad. Looks like I jumped the gun there. Sometimes I get a little too eager to help.
Yeah, they listening to you, bro. They listening to you.
Yo, for real. Superhero Doubt X makes this one of the best shows in the MCU to date. This is Empire. Then IGN gave it an 80. The series quickly established a winning balance of the meta humor and quite character drama. And while that alone isn't necessary enough to justify a fully uh, miniseries, the final moment of this episode do manage to hint at a bigger picture to ease any concern. Interesting. Interesting. And then from the Hollywood Reporter, Wonder Man return. Hollywood Reporter gave it an 80. Wonder Man turned Simon ordinariness into the secret weapon, delivering a drama that all more charming for being so low key. It this is from Metacritic, guys. I'm gonna post that right here so you guys can get that, so you can watch along. This is crazy though. And then Loopers, what we just heard from Loopers, said that even while the show struggled, it gave it a 75. This is why it downscaled. It downscaled because some of the editors websites um have their own takes and have their own understanding. When the embargo lifted, he gave it a 75. Even while the show's struggling to find his rhythm, the characters and the performance are instantly compelling. So I don't. So right here with Loopers, it said that um, even while the show's struggling to find its rhythm, even though it struggles to find its rhythm, the characters and the performance are instantly compelling. So there's gonna have a struggle in the first few episodes to find its footing when it comes to the audience. And then another one from San Francisco Chronicles gave it another 75. A show like Wonder Man might be a remedy for the superhero fatigue real Hollywood suffered for years. And then it's a lot of 75, 70. And then the rap gave it a 60, my guy. The rap gave it a 60 and said, as the character studied Wonder Man, it's uncommonly quiet and focused for the MCU. It still, however, suffers a bit from a common Marvel miniseries problem: a short season of half-hour episodes, especially drop all at once, as these are winds up feeling more likely an oddly placed movie than a TV show. That's from the Raps guy.
That shit.
The
I was just watching it. That shit. I liked it. I liked the trailer for it. It was a good trailer, but it gave me the crazy part was it gave me Atlanta mixed with Luke Cage vibes. It gave me those two shows. I don't know why, but it gave me those two shows mixed together. It gave me those two vibes
mm,
because I'm watching it and it looked like some normal shit, but then he does some superhero shit.
yeah,
I'm like, oh, okay, because it looked like some normal shit. It looked like he looked like a normal person just doing like, but it looked like Atlanta. You know how Atlanta, um, he would be doing, they be doing regular shit, but then some crazy shit happened in while they doing normal shit. So it gave me that type of vibe, and then it gave me Luke Cage vibe because like he's a black guy, he got super strength, so it gave me kind of Luke Cage vibes too at the same
facts.
time. So just imagine both of them mixed together, and then you got this. Like for real, like it gave me those type of vibes. But
Yeah,
but then that means that it's going to be a lot of dialogue because that's why I said Atlanta vibes because it's all dialogue. You know what I mean? If you ever watched Atlanta, it's literally they just talking shit the whole show. Like so, it gives me those type of vibes. But that was a nice trailer though. I liked it. That was it made me want to watch it.
and then here's the bad one. This one is a 42 from the playlist. This is why it it hit 75, but we didn't get an audience. We didn't get an audience review yet. We didn't get an audience take yet. So this is from critics that watched it already. And the latest one was from the playlist said a fresh take moment to turn heads, but it lands like a misread of the sides. A bold swing in the rooms that plays as a misstep on camera. More uncertainty than the conviction that actually wins you the starring role. So by what the playlist is saying, from what I understand, is that the the photo no the videography, right? The videography that Wanda Man has done, the producer, when it comes to doing this miniseries, they didn't edit it right, or if it didn't, or it might not be an editor's problem. It might be the camera angles wasn't up to par for playlist stature. I don't know if he's that type of nigga, that type of person that knows photography like that, or he has an art for that. You know what I'm saying? So I can't deny why he gave One the Man a 42, because he
Nah,
says
I'm
he
telling you,
says
bro. It's like, bro. If you like I said, if you ever seen Atlanta, their views. That's why. Like I completely understand why he said that because if you know the camera views in Atlanta, if you look at their camera views in their episodes, it's the same way. It's the same way. Like certain views, they're talking and they'll put it like to the side, or they'll have like a whole view of like a table and people are having a dialogue talk. Yeah, I'm telling you, bro. Go watch it. Go watch Atlanta, and then watch that fucking trailer, and you will understand what I'm talking about. A lot of people don't know about those views. You feel me? Unless you it's like I said, I seen Atlanta, so I know like they had certain scenes where like it's just a certain way. Like telling you, bro, that's the only reason I said I liked it because I'm like this reminds me of Atlanta. I liked it in Atlanta, so and that's all dialogue. All of his dialogue, pretty much. They do a couple like you know scenes, like some wild scenes, but then it's like it goes back to dialogue.
well, we got I would say out of every person that every website, because I have three different websites of Wonderman, like movieweb.com. This guy, he wrote a long story of his review, and he took from different sources. I see that he did and from Rotten Tomatoes and stuff like that is a mixed review. From understanding that from Rotten Tomatoes, Metacritic, it seems to me that is a mixed review. It's a mixed review. There's people that is not gonna like the way um, people is gonna like the writing style, right? People is gonna like the humor side, the action packed scene. They wish they had more of it, right? And then far as with the videography side of it, they I guess they wish that they had another producer producing Wonder Man because from what you said, Sky, from from your perspective and what you um gathered from listening and reading, it seems like certain audience may have a problem with the photograph with the videography if they didn't watch Atlanta. What do you think out of all this? Like before we move along, what do you think of all this? Do you think that that would be the most problem when it comes to videography, editing wise, or would it be okay for the humor side? What are your understanding out of all these websites that I've gathered of review?
Like I said, I feel like it's gonna like I said, I feel like they're gonna be using a lot of dialogue because like I said, it's a new superhero, so they're gonna be using a lot of dialogue. Some of the episodes, I think they're gonna be more on the like a comedy side. You might see him do a couple superhero things, but it's not going to be like superhero-ish. You feel me? Like you're not going to see him jump down and try to grab his woman purse. You feel me? Like he's going to be expressing his superhero powers in a way where it's not superhero-ish. You know what I mean? And then the dialogue alone just seems like he's a regular person. You feel me? They don't even like he's not even trying to use his powers, but you see certain parts where he
Mm,
uses them. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like they're gonna use his powers on certain times where it's not supposed to be using his powers. You know what I'm saying?
but
That's what it gives me.
is that gonna be enough for the Marvel fan? Is that gonna be enough for bringing this
I
character
mean,
to light?
honestly, like if you like I said, if you ever like I said, it gives me Atlanta vibes. If you ever watched Atlanta, bro, like it would seem boring to a regular person. You feel me? Like a person that's used to like superhero shit, like niggas is fighting. That's not what it's going to be. Like it's not going to be that. Like you might get like maybe two fighting scenes. You might see him expresses his powers and emotions. So it won't be like what you expecting. It's not going to be that. You feel me? So you gotta. That's why they said the person earlier said like you have to be very tempted because it's going to be parts where you're going to get frustrated. Like yo, use your fucking powers already, and he's not gonna be using his powers for that like particular thing. He's not gonna be using his superpowers to save somebody. He's gonna be using his powers to express his feeling. You know what I mean? That's why I get off of that.
That's a that's a great analogy and theory before we even watch this Wonder Man. That's a great
Yeah,
analogy.
I just got that off from the trailer. I'm just watching him, and I'm watching him like when he gets mad, or when he gets like when he's like getting like he gets excited. His powers come, his powers show. So I'm just assuming that nigga, you're not. They're gonna show his powers as like when he gets mad or something, but they're not gonna show his powers as he's trying to stop a fucking bus from hitting somebody. He's not doing that. Like I feel like more of like it's going to be like certain times where he gets mad or something, he has to express himself. But other than that, I don't see it as your typical superhero. Like I don't see it as a typical superhero type of show. Like I think it's going to be mostly dialogue, and it's going to be mostly understanding the character and who he is. That's what that like. So I give him like maybe like the most will probably be 5 episodes you get of dialogue with a mix with a little bit of action, but the whole thing is going to be mostly a little comedy. You know what I mean? So I feel like maybe 3, 4 episodes they're gonna try to like show you what like his like understand who the character is, and then the other episodes will probably be more like a little bit more action. You said it's like how many episodes they making? Eight.
Yeah, eight.
Yeah, 8 episodes is like if you want like I said, he's a new character, so you're gonna use at least three, four, maybe 5 episodes of explaining who the character is and getting people to feel the character. You feel me? Like nobody has no feeling towards this character yet. I mean, unless you you're a dedicated fan to Wonder Man and you know everything about him, but not too many people do. You know what I mean? He's an old character. Like even in our era, bro, he's not. He's like a night like 1970 or some shit. Like he's not even like one of those characters that we grew up on. So like we don't I mean, a lot of people's not gonna know what that is. So they have to explain all this stuff and make sure that you get the feeling to be like, yo, I like this superhero. So I hope people have enough patience to really go through the whole story plot and all that, and I hope people enjoy it.
Facts. Facts. Fact.
Um, I was honestly like, okay, so I don't really know Wonder Man, but it's just like I feel like this is just another experiment of a hero. You know what I'm saying? Like they're bringing somebody out from the dark to see if it's gonna go big or not. You know what I'm saying? If it
Mhm.
goes good, they'll probably continue making it. But if not, we'll probably get like 1 season, 2 seasons, and that's it.
Or not even at all.
Yeah.
Or not even at
That's a
all.
hundred. That's facts.
Cause like I mean, we had Echo the 24 the last time. Echo was great. Even though some people didn't like the way that they were using sign language in the movie and in the show and stuff like that.
Fire. That's
You
fire.
know, but
That's
it was, and on top of that, that actress, she was new. She that was her
that's fire.
first job. That was her first time playing Echo, and
That's fire.
like I will even the song like that's what gravitated me to Echo even more. The song you can even ask my girl. As soon as I heard the song, I was like, whoa, what is this?
Nah,
I kept
bro,
on
niggas be
watching
taking
it.
course. You know, I'm 0 for 2. Like,
Yeah, like you know what I'm saying. So even She-Hulk. She-Hulk was okay until she started
Uh,
shaking her assets. But other than that,
I
she
liked
could have.
the first. I liked it the first. I think the first 3 episodes. The first 3 episodes were really good. I liked that. I liked the first episode when you see the Hulk and they on the island and shit. That shit was dope to me.
Yeah,
But
until
I
she
started going
messed
into
up.
like yeah,
Until
it started getting a little wild.
yeah, like the She-Hulk would have been so great because they had the lawyer aspect of it. Like if it was more, it would because that's her character. You feel me? She's a lawyer first before she was even known as a She-Hulk. She's
Do you see him using Wonder Man in any of the new movies? Do you see him they like using this character like of Wonder Man in any of the like future of the movies?
it depends. It depends how Marvel want
Like
to
say
take it.
like feels like yo, we're gonna put Wonder Man in Doomsday. Do you see this character being in Doomsday?
He's he's powerful enough to take him on.
Yeah, but look how they portray this character. He's not powerful enough because he can only use his powers through emotions. He's not powerful enough to do nothing because he don't even look like he's a superhero for real. It look like he plays more human than superhero.
That's a great take. That's a great take. For the people that's on YouTube that's watching us, hit the like button, subscribe. We are here always every Sunday, live talking about different things that happen along the week of Marvel and DC. Wonder Man is coming out this Tuesday. Be ready to watch it. I would love to hear your comments, your your hatred, your dislikes, your likes. about Wonder Man. I can't wait to hear y'all on the comment saying about what you liked about Wonder Man first episode all the way up until 8 episode. I can't wait because I'm gonna have my take. Sky's gonna have his take. Pat is gonna have his take, and my other panelists that are not here, they're gonna have their takes as well. You're gonna hear the most uncollision, unethical takes that my show brings. So if you want to hear more, comment down below, come back again so you can hear more takes of what we talk about when it comes to Marvel and DC. We love as a we are fan first, and we are a fan first because we love Marvel, we love DC. At first, we just have a different perspective because we come from the art era. You know, I'm a computer analyst, so I have an eye of creativity. I have an eye for artistical view. Sky, he comes from the rapping side, so he understands about how writing should be produced or produced. He has a knack for that. Even my producer Pat, he has an eye for that as well. For
I got a question.
what's up?
Uh, where does Wonder Man line up in like power wise with like the rest of the like compared to the all the heroes that we've seen power wise and abilities? Who can you compare him to?
Great question. I can compare
That
him.
nigga be Hulk and Thor at the same time. He be Hulk and Thor at the same time. Dig the power right there. He be Hulk and Thor at the same time.
Shit, there you go, Pat. He can be Hulk and Thor at the same time. So his power is limitless. But it seems that the way they're portraying this first take is that they're gonna scale him down a little bit. I don't know why, but we'll see. We'll see how they're gonna perform this particular Wonder Man because there's different iterations of him. So on that note, we have um another Marvel update for you guys. I just heard from the grapevine. I don't know. It's just a rumor. I'm gonna give you uh this in a moment. Um, guys, I'm hearing from the grapevine. This is just a rumor. I don't know if it's true or not, but if it's not true, we'll find out from Marvel. Comic Con is coming up, so we'll find out. Um, they're saying that Hawkeye season 2 might not come out. It's saying here, um, for years after its debut, Hawk remains one of the Marvel Studios' strongest stream series. The Christmas settings and dynamic between Jimmy Renner and Holly Seinfeld. Hawkeye made the street level story a hit with fans, and the final scenes to set up a big future for many of the show's characters, and some hope for a second season. The creative the creative behind the show, including director Ryan Thomas, seems keen on uh sophomore season of the series, and in May 2024, rumor popped up the studio had ordered it up. A year later, Marvel Television top dog brand Wonderbomb confirmed that Hawk season 2 was under consideration by the studio. However, despite a rumor premise that sounds pretty badass, no no progress was made and doesn't sound as though there will be. So, in an interview with Direct, Hawkeye writer Andrew Guest explains that while there was talk about a second season of the series, the timing didn't work out. So, another from Andrew Guest, there was talk at a certain point about we did explore creatively what season two of Hawkeye might be if we were able to do it. Unfortunately, the timing didn't work out in the terms of Marvel and all the various pieces that need to come together. But I love working on Hawkeye. I think Jimmy Renner and Haley Steinfeld are so terrific together, and I would love to see more of those two. So, with that being said, uh, I don't know why the holdup is. I don't know why Hawkeye season two is not coming. I I I'll be real with you. Hawkeye was a very very awesome show. It brung out when it comes to Hawkeye, brung out what what Hawkeye was doing in the in the background when Endgame came out. Remember Avengers Endgame? They said that he was in a bad state. And when Hawkeye came out, it showed what he was doing at the time, and what he was doing for even Kingpin. You know, and then that's when Echo came out. Echo was fighting against Hawkeye, trying to figure out what's the real reason of him killing his her dad. So far as with Echo season two, oh, the girl, she's coming, cause Miss Marvel season three is coming out. I know everybody love Miss Marvel, and Miss Marvel is coming out with a crew with the Young Avengers, so she's coming. So far as with Hawkeye, it was this whole backlash after it was a horrific accident that came out, um, where he almost lost his life, and he came back with back in action, um, you know, struggling, getting his weight up and stuff like that. He's ready, and then on top of that, they had another backlash where his pay was they lowered down his pay structure, and he was like he wasn't having it, and then that's when they they lingered on Hawkeye. Excuse me. So that's another interesting take when it comes to Hawkeye. You know how y'all feel about how do y'all feel about Hawkeye not getting its second season because of all these different iterations that happen?
I think it's Basuda, and I don't think they should be wasting money on it. I'm sorry. I'm not a Hawkeye fan. No, I mean, spend the money on something better. That's how I feel. Spend it on something better.
Is that deep? Damn.
Nah,
What?
it's all about
What?
sales, bro. It might have did good, but I don't see it. I don't see it as them. Like I don't know, man. Like money wise, I wouldn't do it if it's not good. If a lot of people felt like it was good, then they would have brought it back. You feel me? They'd have been like, oh well, we dropping in the second season. You feel me? Like so, I know they feel like nigga. I don't want to waste the money. Like I'm
Hmm.
sorry. That's how I feel.
Well, we could check Metacritic score. We can definitely
Yeah,
check
see
them.
how much they made off the first season, and that'll tell you right there.
6. Damn.
Huh?
And then user score 6.4. Dang. That deep?
That's what I'm saying, bro.
Based
And I
on
mean, Hawkeye is not
based
really
on
a character.
439 users. And then based on 27 critic reviews, 66. Dang.
That's what I'm saying, bro. Hawkeye, no, I mean, it's not like I don't know. I just feel like he's like Green Arrow, but like Marvel. Like that's how I feel. Like you know what I mean. So
But Green
like
Arrow is better than Hawkeye.
I feel like I feel like they're like counterparts. Like they're like counter. Like if they was to both like fight, I don't know, man. I feel like they'd like either be tied or nah, because they're pretty much the same. It's not like the niggas is like. I mean, what's the name is a little bit more OP. Green Arrow's a little bit more OP because he was trained by fucking Ra's al Ghul and all them niggas. But this nigga was also trained by some shit too. He was in like the circus with other fucking villains and shit. So like I don't know, man. I just don't think like it was worth the money because if that was the case, they would have brought it back or something's missing there to where they're like, nah, we can't do this right now.
I get what you're saying. You know what I mean? If that's the case, it is what it is when it comes to Hawkeye season 2. If they're not gonna bring it back, they're not gonna bring it back. It's all good. You know, it it the series hit a D compared to everybody. You know, from Metacritic score, it hit a D, and Marvel don't want those type of numbers. You know, it is what it is. On on that note, we have another situation brewing when it comes to uh, the character and the actor Mark Ruffalo. We're hearing that he's might be getting fired. He might be getting fired, guys. Is that seem fair? That he's getting fired?
That's crazy, bro. That's that's gonna be a loss.
What is he getting fired for?
Getting fired for saying something in the
I feel like it's over a speech.
Golden
It's
Golden
You're
like
on
a
Globe
mute.
Golden
speech.
Globe speech. I feel like his Golden Globe speech is what they're
Globe speech.
but
Here's the truth behind viral rumors. Recent rumors suggest Mark Ruffalo was fired by Disney, and Marvel followed his 2026 Golden Globe speech. So he must have said some. He must have said some that made him get fired. During a Tonight Show segment, The Years with Jimmy Fallon, while promptly Avengers Endgame, Ruffalo jokingly appeared to spoil the film's title, promptly director Joe he has a just because does that mean like what that what happened to that Sky? What happened to that?
You can't say
Like just he said in Golden Globe Awards speech, he must have said something that got him fired. Let me see
I
if
want
I
to say
let me see
what
who's gonna I'm gonna I'm gonna see let me see if I can find the speech.
Yeah, it said the title of the movie when released.
My tablet is just online. Power. The power.
Oh,
10 more. The board. Let's see. 10 more. Oh, DJ. DJ. DJ.
he also said some things about his political views of what's going on in America as well from today's review. I've put it in Clubhouse, to so you guys can definitely see what he was talking about because of what happened a couple of years ago, a couple of months ago, and then from if you he's being a Hulk. He's actually being Hulk right now. He Yeah, he's Hulk. He's being Hulk. Yo, that's how I'm looking at it. He's being Hulk. If you see this video right here, you be like, yo, he remind me of Hulk. I'll put it in the comment down below here if you didn't watch it. If you didn't watch the one I posted up top, so definitely check that out. Um, this is a lot to see. I don't want to put it on stream because you can also look at entertainment tonight. You can check it on Entertainment Tonight. You can definitely see the reasons of why he got what he got, and there's a lot of people thinking that for his takes, for his controversy of him feeling some type of way politically was unjust about this woman. He didn't like it. So that's my take of understanding. Maybe he's not fired. Maybe he isn't. I hope he's not. Because this is the only hope we got in this generation, and I believe that for this character, he's not done. So
I
what are
got a
your
jerk chicken
thoughts?
platter.
What are your thoughts, Pat?
Yeah.
I mean, if they making jerk chicken platter, I don't know. They might be a little seasoned in the kitchen if they got that on
What are
it.
your thoughts, Pat?
I'm trying to tell you. I hope, but I'm about to grab this out. What was the question again?
What are your thoughts that Mark Ruffalo is being Hulk right now, is and hating the fact that um his political view is messing up his morale, so to speak. And this is why he in the news sphere he's getting fired because of his morale is more important, his principles is more important, as far as with what's going on and from you know what ICE is
Think about it
doing.
like this: when you work for certain people, they don't want you to say certain things because it affects them and how they stand on other things behind it.
Hmm.
So now look at 50 Cent. 50 Cent say whatever he want to say, and nobody care.
Hmm.
Do you see him getting punished for that?
Nah, because he's his own man. He's an entrepreneur. He don't
Okay,
answer to nobody.
okay. So same thing. He went on live, said what he had to say. That's him standing on his morale. He's standing on business, regardless if he's getting fired or not. He probably knew he was gonna get fired before he even said what he said.
Mm. That's probably true too. May regardless, that is a great theory right there. But we'll definitely see. We'll definitely see if there's even a a reason. We'll definitely see that. Just wanted to show you that that could be a possibly problem of having Hulk in the next couple of years. Um, my other one I wanted to also show you guys is, let me bring the source back up, is 1 second, is I'm hearing from the well, it's been so I'm not sure that this trailer is not too far for me, guys. It's good. The Flash was a 6.6. It was great, but I really like the Flash like that because they took out certain elements.
What you just say?
I didn't like the Flash like that. They took out certain
The
elements, and it
TV
was a
show?
six. No, the movie.
Oh, all right.
See up on the top, she's the new writer for Batman: Brave and the Bold. She's the writer that was chosen. And I'm not sure, guys, viewers, I'm not sure. Birds of Prey 6.1, Bumblebee was a 6.7, The Flash was a 6.6. And then I'm not too hyped. I'm not too hype of this writer, guys. I'm not too in just with this writer. Hello, Rachel. How you doing? Welcome to Collide, where we talk about DC and Marvel shows. Um, I know that you just came in. We just talked about Wonder Man. We just talked about um Hawkeye. Might not get a second season. We also just seen that Mark Ruffalo might be getting fired for his principal. And now we're talking about this particular writer that James Gunn just said, oh, she's should be the new writer, where her writing skills for Birds of Prey was a 6.7. Bumblebee was I mean, Birds of Prey was a 6.1. Bumblebee was a 6.7. The Flash was a 6.6. And Shut In was the worst writing that she ever did. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know if you ever watched Birds of Prey before. Um, I would like to hear you guys' other opinion. I don't want to be wrong with this particular writer when it comes to Batman Brave of the Bold. For me, I'd rather somebody else like to take on the helm of writing, because what does she know? Honestly, Birds of Prey wasn't that okay in my eyes. Did you, Sky? Did you like Birds of Prey? Did you like Flash the movie? Did you like Bumblebee? Of how the writing was? Rachel, if you want to chime in, I'm all ears. If you want to,
Hey y'all.
hey,
Um Wonder Man, is that the I'm kind of behind.
mm-hmm,
But is it the black man?
yes,
Why would she be doing it then? Why can't they just hire a black man to write it? Um but if her ratings are that bad, and for Birds of Prey, I never watched it because it looked kind of all over the place from what I seen. So I just never thought to watch it. Um, if not a black man writing it, why can't it be James Gunn himself or something? Because he's really good. I don't know.
yeah, like she she made Batgirl, and we never seen Batgirl because the critics said that, yo, this shit sucks. I'm not pulling this out, and then to a point where to a point where DC had to restructure, and then DC got bought got bought by HBO. It was like, nah, I'm not taking this, and that's when the whole thing had started changing. Her especially, she's writing, and James Gunn chose her to write Brave of the Bold. I I don't know why, and I hope I swear to you guys, I hope she doesn't fuck up. I
bro.
hope, yeah.
That movie was garbage. Straight
What?
garbanzo beans.
What?
Bumblebee, that was okay. It wasn't, it didn't give me that Transformers movie vibe, but it was okay. And I mean, Birds of Prey. I never seen Birds of Prey, but I don't know. It don't look like it was. It don't look like it was all that.
How about the Flash? She wrote the Flash too.
That movie was
The
garbage, bro.
Flash,
That movie was
Flash
garbage.
too.
That movie was garbage.
the
And you
one,
know,
the CW one
no,
The movie.
no, no, the actual movie.
with
Johnny Depp, dude.
oh my gosh,
It's-
the Jewish guy, I think
yeah,
Ezra.
Yeah.
Oh
Garbage.
nah, that was really bad. She messed up his character. Why?
See? And she doing Brave and the Bold. That's not gonna be good, bro. You got three movies that you kind of messed up. Now you trying to redeem yourself off of Brave and Bold is crazy.
Needs to do like an indie movie. Maybe give her a smaller project because this is going to be big, especially for our community to watch it. And if she messes up, she might
You
as
talk
well
about
just
Batman too.
retire.
You talk about Batman. You just messed up the
I
Flash. Like,
I don't know. I don't know. I don't know, Rachel. If you've seen the she also write Unforgettable. I don't know if you ever seen Unforgettable, the movie. She wrote that too.
No. What is that about? I'm going to look it
Oh,
up.
She wrote. Have you ever heard Shut In? That right there was a 4.8. And other people in the YouTube sphere, especially the one I really like, John Campion. He has hope for her. He has
nah, she
very
did a good job. Nah.
Mm-mm.
It don't look good, bro. And then it only had 4 seasons, so
Her
yeah.
movies or her work goes straight to streaming. So that should just that should tell you something. If your work is that bad that it goes immediately to streaming. Other works it at times stays longer in the box office or it's more available for purchase than a streaming platform.
facts. Well, I hope this is my hope. If James Gunn chose her and she brung an idea to him, I hope James Gunn is on her ass. I swear. I hope James Gunn is on her ass because James Gunn, if you're listening, I swear to you, bro. If if you mess up on Brave of the Bold, we gonna have a problem. We gonna have a problem. My team is gonna collide on your ass and tell you what time it is, because we have a a perspective when it comes to artistry, writing. We look at shit like that. We look at who's producing Brave of the Bold, who's writing Brave of the Bold, based on what you did in the past. We've done extrusional work on who's writing, who's producing, who's doing photography. Like we do all that shit. So if you saying that she's it, I hope you right. I hope she gave you something that tickled your funny elbow.
Nah, bro, you fucking retarded. Look, somebody even said it right here. Nigga was like, I like James Gunn a lot, but his love of that awful Flash movie is definitely concerning for a studio head perspective. Because man, we already rejected that. Niggas don't
Mm.
like none of that shit, bro. And you gonna give her Batman? Okay,
Don't give her Batman.
it's a
I
wrap.
think she should just back out, honestly, because that Flash movie, I forgot about it. Now I'm remembering it. It was really bad. Um, so yeah, I think she just back out, and someone else should be head of writing when it comes to this. Like a fan of it, actually. Someone that really loves the Flash, please.
I hope so too. I hope that that's true too. On on that note, I just hope that James Gunn decides on scrapping her and choosing somebody else. If not, James Gunn, you better make sure her writing is up to par. Her writing, she better ask questions. She better ask another writer if this legit. Uh, all that in back cans of worms. Because if you mess up, if you mess up, it's your ass. I'm being real. It's your ass. I'm being honest. It's your ass. Because we gonna have some takes. and we're gonna have some disagreements, and we're gonna tell you what time it is. If you fuck up this Batman Brave and the Bold, it's gonna be crazy. It's gonna be
But isn't
crazy.
that Brave and Bold? Isn't that like the like this? That's not cool. That don't correspond with Batman 2, does it?
Repeat that.
That don't correspond with Batman 2. That's a separate
No, no,
movie,
no.
right?
That's a separate. That's separate. That's separate.
Okay, okay. I just wanted to make
That's
sure because I'm like that's garbage too. I mean, I don't know, bro. That's garbage too.
yeah. Well, when it comes to Batman one, we already have different perspective when it comes to Batman one with Twilight Boy. You know, we had difference of opinion on that. I didn't have a problem with Batman one. It was great, gritty. You know, you didn't like that type of Batman. I'm sure you liked it. Um, with Nolan's take, Batman Begins. I
It's
liked
not even
that one
that, bro.
too. That
It's
one was
just a
better
lot of
than this
iconic
one.
things. It's just a lot of iconic things that I didn't see in that movie that made me like it made me cringe on Batman, bro. Like that's why I don't like that movie.
I feel you on that one. Again, the everybody that's on YouTube, hit the like button, comment down below. If you have some questions, some concerns, I'm here to listen. Also, on that note, we have also my man, just came out, Lobo. Lobo just came out, guys, and Jason Momoa is playing Lobo like a champ, from the new Supergirl trailer. I'm gonna also send that your way. It's on Blue Sky. I'm also